Audio Jungle.
Hi everyone, I'm back. Today I'm here to show you how to create a company reservation. We will enter a guest profile, we will do the reservation, and we will link this guest with a company. Okay, to start with, we're going to go again on the reservation menu and we go to new reservation or Alt plus N, R and N for whoever is using the keyboard. I'm not going to change anything on the information here. We're gonna do the arrival for today. I will click on the guest name because I would like to create a new profile for this guest. So by clicking on the drop down menu or by hitting F9, you could access the drop down menu. Again, we don't use the yellow box, we always start to create a new one through the new profile menu. And we enter the guest name, which is Mr. Frederick Payo. Just to show you, I'm not going to enter a lot of information. I'm just going to put the name and last name and nationality. He's Swiss. I will enter here. If you want to look for a country, just recall, you type followed by the percentage sign and type the initial of the country that you're looking for, and you will find. And I'm going to put a preference just to recall. I will go to options and add non-smoking preference for him. So I'm going to put a new one, go to no smoking, and make sure that we select with the X the no smoking option and hit OK or Alt O. Then Opera is asking if I want to add for all the properties. I will put no, but it will not happen to you. This is because I have a training version. Perfect. I will just close. Preferences added, and I will close, and I will hit OK. Now we need to link Mr. Payot with a company, and we need to create a company profile because we don't have. So we will click on the company field, and by clicking on the drop down menu or F9, again, don't use it, the searching field, go to new, and you can add Nestle. The address, which is a business address, it's Boulevard, excuse me, Boulevard Nestle, postal code is 1800, city is Reservation, country Switzerland. I will enter the communication here. We have a business phone 0041 21 921 11 11, and we also will add a fax number 0041 21 921 11 22. But I will save that, but I need to create a contact for this reservation because all the company reservation we are required to add contacts, because when we need to send the invoice or if we have any problem with the reservation, we need to know who we should contact. So we're gonna save that, and we'll notice that now the contact option is available. We can just click there, and we can add a new contact. We will enter only the name and last name. Our contact is Mr. Roger Fry. You could enter all the information here if you have, but I will just proceed to put OK. But we have two contacts for this reservation. Then we will add a second one. Again, we go to new and add the second contact, which is Miss Jessica Muller. Again, I'm not entering the information, and you don't need to repeat it because the contact is already linked with the company. We put OK and OK. Now if you click here on the right box saying contact, you can see the both contacts that you just created. You can just put it OK. You can add it if you made a mistake. You just enter OK, and I will put it OK again. Now Opera took me back to the reservation screen, or we call the rate query screen, and I can proceed with my reservation. We just choose here the rate code, which in this case Nestle uses a corporate rate. Perfect. From now we can proceed with the reservation, but here you have to be careful. If by any chance you try to close, then you have to start all over again. Okay, so if you close, Opera would ask why you're closing, and you can just choose the reason you're closing. Make sure you click in OK here in this part. Okay, so that's the only way you're gonna proceed with the reservation. Then you can choose the type of the room. In this case, we will choose business single, the BSG room. Here's the same thing. If you close, if you made a mistake, if you close, then Opera would ask you why you closed, and you have to put a turn down code. You don't want that if you are sure that you have the room available and you want to do the reservation. In this case, it says here we have 10. Business single available is completely fine, and we can just proceed and put it OK. Make sure that you select here the right room. And this finally is our reservation screen, but we already have most of the things. We already entered the guest, we already entered the company, but now we need to specify the contact type. Okay, for example, if I click here in the contact, you don't need to add again, but you click, you can choose. So Mr. Fry, he is our reservation contact. If I have a problem with the reservation, I know that I should call him. And now Miss Mulan is our billing contact. If I know that I have to send the invoice for this person here, Miss Jessica Mulan. I'll put OK. Now we'll get yellow because I have two contacts linked with this reservation. This is completely normal. Okay. I'm gonna add quick here the title, Mr. Payor. Perfect. Now we continue with the reservation. Now we have name, title, country, company, and contact, which is also very important. Now we can proceed with the rest. I'm not gonna assign the room yet. I'm gonna just put the ETA, which is the time of arrival, which is 19. And the reservation type, in this case, the reservation type, it's a guaranteed reservation by the company. Okay, guaranteed by company. The market is the corporate rate, which is related with the rate. The source would be fax. In this case, they send a fax. Payment, it will be City Ledger. As you know, City Ledger, the company is paying, and we will choose City Ledger because when we close, when we send the invoice, we will put this bill, this invoice, on the ledger of Nestle. I will explain to you later in class this. Right, now what we need here, it's all fine. I don't need anything else at the moment. I can pretty much save this reservation. And there we go. The reservation is done, and we have the confirmation number. Perfect, but again, this is a company reservation. So we will put it OK, and we will enter the routing instructions. Routing, I'm not sure how we pronounce, but routing, it is you are telling Opera exactly, you are giving instructions to Opera who is going to pay for the reservation. In this case, we know that Nestle is going to pay for all the charges for this reservation. Mr. Payor is not going to pay for anything. So what can we do? For the routing now, we go to options on the same reservation screen. Alright, you go to options or Alt T and you go directly to the option routing. So the first thing we have to do in this case, as we know that the company will pay, is to select window. If you put room, you can find only rooms here, all the rooms. If you put window, you can find companies here. The company will pay for the entire stay. It's only one night. Fine. We will enter here. On the name, you should never have the guest name here, or you should never have the contact name. Maybe a few hotels they would do a bit different, but in many countries you have to choose here from the drop down menu the company name, and the company will be here already because we already created. So as soon as you click, you would see Nestle right away because Opera knows that this guest belongs to Nestle. Don't select the contact, select Nestle, the company. The address, there is no need to enter. Okay, it's here if you want, but okay, you don't need to enter again because we already created. Now we have to tell Opera the transactions. What exactly Nestle will pay for these guests. So don't forget, you need to enter the transactions, otherwise it's wrong. We will click on the drop down menu, and here in this case is everything, so you can just select everything. Okay, make sure you select it. If you are looking for a specific transaction which you don't find here, you can always search right in the description here, and if you click in transactions, you can have all the transactions, only in case if you're looking for something specific. Okay, but you have to click in transaction. This is just an example. I will not click because the only thing I want is everything. I can select and put add, or I can double click, and as long as it's down here on the selected field, you are on the safe side, and you can just put directly OK. Perfect. Now we are telling Opera that Nestle is paying for everything for Mr. Payo reservation. Number of windows is 2. We don't need to change that. 1 for the company, 1 for the guest, and it put OK. Right, this is our route instructions, and here is just to confirm, make sure it's right. Nestle is paying for everything from the 24th of May to the 25th of May. I want to close that, and we want to close it again, and we can save that. Right, so basically everything is done. Now we have a reservation for Mr. Payo. If you want to find the reservation, we go to reservation, update reservation, and we can search for Mr. Payo just to make sure we find it. There we go, he's here. He has route instructions, Nestle is paying for everything, and he has a preference. He's a non-smoking guest. There we go. Seems to be complicated because there's a lot of steps to do it, to accomplish, but if you practice it, you will be great. Okay, if you have anything specific that you want me to show you, don't forget just to make a little comment on the video, and then I can know exactly how to instruct you better. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I see you soon.